Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so excited to have you here with me today. For today's video, I am going to be doing a full face of Pat Mcgrath. And I also got new products to try. I have her foundation, I have her primer, I have her concealer, and I have her loose powder. This is everything from the Sublime Face collection. So this should be like a system. That way everything kind of works out together. I have her eyeshadows, I have her highlights, I have her bronzer, I have her liners. So I really want to do like a full face of like classic Pat Mcgrath makeup. And also give you guys a little bit of a small first impression / review on some of the Pat Mcgrath products that I haven't tried before. So before we jump into makeup, I already prepped my skin using the glycolic acid 7% toning solution by The Ordinary. Then I used the Facial Radiant Niacinamide Dark Spot Serum by First Aid Beauty. Then I did a little bit of Moisture Surge Eye Serum by Clinique. And last but not least, I did 3 pumps of the Daily Face Cream by The Ordinary. Now that we had that out of the way, let's go ahead and start by zooming you guys in so we can start working on the eyes. Alright guys, so now that we are all up close and personal, we are going to start with our eyeshadow. Mind you, I am going to be very excessive when it comes to the amount of palettes that I'm going to use. I'm going to be using 5 palettes to create one eyeshadow look. The reason why I want to do this is because I want to use as many as possible just to like show you guys like from different palettes, like the quality of them. So I'm going to be using 4 of her motherships and 1 from the Star Wars collection and then 1 liquid shadow. Alright, so to start with my eyeshadow, I'm going to conceal and prime the area using the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Concealer in number L6. Up next, I'm going to be using a very small amount of her light medium to Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection setting powder and grabbing a very small amount and just lightly set this. That way it's not so creamy how it is right now. It looks really smooth, like super smooth. I think this is the smoothest my eyelids have ever looked, to be honest. Up next, I want to use her eye pencil in extreme black. This is the Permagel Ultra Glide eyeliner pencil, and I'm just going to start sketching out the look that I want to go for. That way we can use this as a base for all the shades that we're going to use later on. Stunning. And while we're here, I'm actually going to hydrate my lips with the clear lip balm. That feels really good on the lips. Alright, next up, I'm going to be using the Morphe x Jaclyn Hill GH40 brush to start blending these edges out. Just really take your time to build up the blend. So do not worry too much about how it looks right now. So I'm gonna look forward and just connect this together. Now blend that in. Now for the extra drama, let's go ahead and run this all over my waterline and also extend it to this portion right here in the front. Now let me go ahead and blend that out before it dries down because these do set really fast. Even my brush is stiff from blending that product in. I'm going to start with this neutral tone brown. I'll put the shade names at the bottom just because these are not labeled in the back. It just says mothership. Once I figure out which ones they are, I'll put the names right here in front of you guys. We're gonna start with this neutral brown. I'm just gonna take it right in the corner with a Morphe M441, which is one of my favorite big blending brushes. I'm going ahead and use Divine Bronze in Bronze Down. This is more of a soft brown tone, which I feel like is gonna blend this shadow really well. So with this one, I'm just gonna further out blend the edges of this. That way we have a very soft and smooth transition. Now using the Mothership one, I'm going to be taking the black just to really do all of this in like that super rich black. Oh wow, look how dark that is. That is so crazy. I'm going back with the same brown that we started with. And now that I applied the black, now I can know how far out I can blend the brown. I'm just going a little bit. And now really marrying all these colors together and making sure it's a seamless blend. And this really makes sure you revive that color, gives like that beautiful blend, and it also makes it a little extra dramatic. Guys, I really love that brown. Oh my gosh, look at that. Love. And now little by little, I've taken the same brush and started diffusing this area right here. Alright guys, now taking this color right here, I am going to be applying this 3/4 outside of my eye and kind of blending it out. After I grab it, I like to spray my brush with a Fix Plus. And this is a gorgeous gunmetal gray. And now with my middle finger, I'm going to take it, press it right at the outer corner of my lash line. Look at that. Oh my god, that's so beautiful. Now I'm also going to be running that right here in the bottom and then just run it super close to my lash line. Now for my eyelid colors, go ahead and use the shade, I think it's called Dark Destiny or Galactic Conquest. This green right here. I'm packing it on the brush, spraying the brush, and then just run it all over my eyelid. Oh my god, it's so pretty. And then with my middle finger, I like to really press it in. And that's how you get like that very saturated and then blended edges. It's just so beautiful. Now on top of this, I'm actually going to throw a little bit of this gorgeous green right here. And I'm just going to like run it right on top of this one just so you kind of bring it more alive. So I'm literally just grabbing it with my middle finger again. Oh, see, this is what I need. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. So for my inner corners, I'm actually gonna go back with this dark gunmetal color in a more smaller brush. I'm using the GH42. I'm going to pack this right here in the inner corners. And now for that lower inner corner, I'm going to use the liquid shadow in Twilight Platinum. I'm just going to press this right at my inner corner, just right there. Now for my brow bone, I'm actually going to use this first shade right here. And then on top, I actually want to do another extra shimmers. This one right here, that one right there. Starting off on the brow bone, I'm using a JH41. This is something just to really brighten that brow bone. And then on top, I'm taking this one. So let me go ahead and copy this to the other side so we can start on our skin. All right guys, so that is both eyes all complete. As you guys can see, I am absolutely obsessed with this look so far. We're up to something right here. So to start off the skin, we are going to use the Sublime Skin Fetish Perfecting Primer. Let me go ahead and apply this on my T-zone and let it set for at least 5 minutes. I always like letting my primer settle into my skin because otherwise if I go on with foundation right away, it just always collects no matter which primer I use. So I'm actually going to fill in my eyebrows while the primer sets into my skin. So for that, I'm taking again the Mothership one with this cool tone brown. That's a really nice brow color. I really like it a lot. All right, so now we have our tapes, we have our contacts, our skin is all set and ready to go. I feel like the primer has been on for more than 15 minutes actually. So now let's go ahead and do a Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation. Well, I'm gonna start with 2 pumps. Actually, let's do 3 because that seems like a very small amount. And I am going to apply this with a brush first and then see if I need to press it in even further with a sponge. And this is meant to be a medium, light to medium foundation. It smells very heavy. It has a very heavy scent, not gonna lie. Oh, this color is perfect for winter. A little light, it's a little ghostly. Let me do the sponge. I don't like how this is looking with a brush. It's looking very patchy and cakey and heavy. And by cakey, I don't mean like full coverage cakey. I just mean like kind of sitting on top of my skin. That's what I mean. Yeah, that already looks so much better. It looks dry. Like my skin looks dry. It looks very, very dry. See, it just feels tight on the skin. It feels really tight. Now for concealer, I'm using the L6 Skin Finish Sublime Perfection Concealer, and the foundation was in the shade Light Medium 8, so this should be 2 shades lighter than the foundation. I'm just gonna jump straight with the sponge. I'm not gonna use a brush this time because I feel like I will just mess up the foundation. This is drying really fast. A lot of trouble having to blend it. It's starting to dry really fast. Yeah, unfortunately, you guys, the primer is separating my entire nose. Like, it's really breaking everything up. Now for powder, I'm actually going to use the Light Medium 2 Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Setting Powder. I'm going to do a very small amount of this just to set like the under eye and the T-zone, and to kind of blur in a little bit of the foundation because I feel like it still looks very matte. So I don't want it to like make it cakier. I just want to like soften it out a little bit more. Yeah, it's doing a better job at softening out the cakey appearance, but there's a lot of breakage around my nose area. And I really went light with the primer. I don't really know what's causing that. I see there's already some cracking going on. I literally just put this like 2 minutes ago. So let me go ahead with a big fluffy brush and set all this in place. So I'm going to take the powder, grab a huge fluffy brush like this one, and then just set the entirety of my face. I know we're really dry right now already, but we need to set this in place. So that's what we're gonna have to do. Yeah, we'll wait until the finish because I feel like this will look really good at the end once like everything's like marinated into the skin and I set it in place with a Fix Plus, which Pat Mcgrath doesn't have a setting spray from what I know. And I feel like that's just gonna marry everything together a little bit better. But for now, let's just keep on going. I'm going to use the same bronzer that I use on my eyeshadow. This is the Divine Bronzer in Bronze Dawn. And I am going to bronze the out of my face because I really need some color back into my skin. Alright guys, and for blush, I'm going to be using Sunset Bloom from the Face palette. This is the Divine Blush Bronze and Glow Trio. I'm going to be using this shade right here in the middle. It's a gorgeous dusty rose with a little bit of sheen from what I can tell in the packaging. Very beautiful color. Has an amazing amount of shine where it just gives your skin like a juicy appearance without giving it like that shimmery, chunky look. I really like that a lot. Alright guys, and before I forget, this is a moment of truth when it comes to the foundation. I'm going to contour my nose with the same bronzer that we used, just because I am so scared that this is just gonna break the foundation and make it look chaotic around my nose. You guys, this is starting to look very patchy around my nose, not gonna lie. Like, it's starting to break really fast. And I'm doing the least amount of pressure. Like, I'm going so light. You guys know what I noticed too? That around my cheekbones, a lot of the foundation came out when I was applying the bronzer. Like, I thought it was like the tone of the bronzer, but now looking like really close, you can kind of see how the foundation came off. Like, you can now see, like, again, like my little freckles and stuff. Oh, my nose is looking rough. The more I blend, the more you're starting to see the cracks on my nose, like all this area. I'm going to go back with the powder and really press in on the sides. I know it's not like 100% easy to see it on camera, but trust me you guys, in person it is very obvious. Now, using my Fix Plus by MAC in Coconut, I'm going to set my skin in place, let it breathe for like at least 5 minutes, and then I'll go in with the highlighter just to see how everything melts in place. Alright, so that's my skin all set in place. This looks really good. Like, now that it's set in place, like everything is more like melted and like locked in. But I don't know, it's like all of a sudden I started not liking it as much, but now it just looks really good. I am liking how this is looking. I'll give the final review at the end of the video, but for now, let's just go with the Dark Star mascara. Just to give myself a good coat of mascara, I might go in with some lashes depending on how much this builds up. That is a nice mascara. It's really, really nice. It's like very, very black, but also very separating, and it's making my lashes look huge. That was just one pull though. Like I didn't have to like go back for it. I'm gonna stay without lashes. I feel like it looks better like this. All right, now let's go ahead and do highlight. I am going to be using this trio right here. This is the Sublime Skin Highlighter Trio palette. And I'm going to be using the shade, let's use the shade Fine Gold, which is this one right here. It's like a true yellowy gold color. Alright guys, so last but not least is going to be the lips. I'm gonna go with 1995, a matte trans lipstick. And once I had that on, I'm just gonna go ahead and put the lip gloss on top. Now let me go ahead and put my outfit together, put my hair on, raise my tapes, and also my opinion on all the products that I just used from Pat Mcgrath. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, and this is the final look. I am obsessed with this mysterious lady, very
be careful to leave your man alone
type of look. I really love how everything turned out. I am very excited about all the products that I try. There's some of them that I'm still I still need to learn more on how to properly use them or layer them on the skin. And like the primer and the foundation, first it felt really dry. Now I feel like my skin looks very dewy, but the thing is it doesn't feel greasy at all. Like it feels really in place. It doesn't feel like it's gonna move. I feel like my lip products are absolutely amazing. Like this lip balm, I'm so happy that I bought it, even though it's way overpriced for just a chapstick. The lip gloss, super comfortable, doesn't feel heavy on my lips at all. My eyeshadow, I just love her eyeshadows. This is no doubt. Her palettes are just something that every makeup lover, every makeup enthusiast, something like that. This is top quality product for a fair amount of money. Like they're not cheap at all. But I feel like for what you get, like the packaging, the quality, the formula, the absolutely everything, I just feel like it's so worth it. Like it's actually really worth it. And I've tried like very high-end shadows, but they do not perform the same way that Pat Mcgrath does at all. And I also got tired of buying like cheap, inexpensive palettes and them not doing what I need them to do, and having to buy a lot of them just to replenish the quality that I'm missing, you know? So if you guys see it that way, it's definitely worth it. Like it's definitely worth splurging on a good quality makeup. One of the best shadows I've owned, if not the best quality shadow I own currently. And with that being said, you guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video of me giving all my love and support to Pat Mcgrath, still speaking my truth. Like of course we had some issues with the foundation, but I feel like at the end it pulled out really good results. And with that being said, you guys, I really appreciate having you here with me today, and I hope that you guys really enjoyed this review. And if you did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.